Welcome to The Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. It's Tea Tuesday, or in my world, Crafty Tuesday. Hello! Today I'm having Constant Comment tea, which is my favorite. And here we have a single-serve Windsor teapot made in England, as well as this lovely hand-painted lidded cup made in China. Both items I thrifted this year. Here we have a selection of flower seeds that I'm going to be planting in the garden next year. This is part of our backyard. My husband and I were married 11 years ago, and we started putting the garden together then. And these are 2 beehives my son and I built when he was 12, and he's now 18. We have carniolan bees in one hive, and they're mainly for pollination. This is the other side of the house. The yard slopes downward, and so we have raised beds that go down in a stair-step fashion behind the rose garden. Right here we have the rose garden. I have lavender and columbine and hollyhocks, allium, bergenia, just an assortment. Most of my roses are David Austin roses. It's taken us 8 years to put the David Austin rose garden together. I just love them. Today I thought I'd share with you how I store my seeds during the wintertime. Here we have a newly thrifted photo album. These are hollyhocks I'm going to be planting in the spring. I store my seeds actually in our wine cooler. I hope your garden fared well this summer. Ours did well up until the end of June. That's when the roses are at their peak. And the last weekend of June we have a garden party for our friends and neighbors. But the heat was very hard on the roses this year, and so they didn't have much of a second bloom. My favorite of the David Austin roses are Lady of Shalott and Princess Alexandra of Kent. We do have some lovely bleeding hearts, and they are my next favorite flowers, and after that are violets. Now what's wonderful about the bleeding hearts is they're deer-proof, and even though my rose garden is fenced in, we live next to a national forest, and so we have a lot of deer that come through. Other deer-proof plants are foxglove, lupins, irises, as well as lavender. So I have a lot of lavender mingled in with the roses. We added a lot of red geraniums to the yard this year, and so far the deer haven't bothered them at all. We have quite a few planted at the end of the driveway in front of the greenhouse. I built a potting bench using a double-sided aluminum sink, and here it is. I hope it inspires you to make your own potting bench. Most of what we have planted in our garden we use in salads, but we do have grapes, an assortment of herbs that I add to each year, rhubarb that I'm very delighted to say I planted from seed, as well as an asparagus bed and a little bit of corn. I love gardening very much. I haven't been able to work out in the garden too much the last few years. I had one hip replaced in May, and I'm waiting to have the second one replaced. I'm really looking forward to helping out in the garden more next year. I miss it very much. I hope you've enjoyed this little idea and find it useful. It's been a delight to share it with you over a cup of tea, and I look forward to meeting you again next Tuesday. Please like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends, visit us on Instagram, and please share in the comments below and tell me what you think, and don't forget to hit the notification button for future videos. Have a lovely, lovely day.